Hi, it's Hans at ahappierman.com. Today's topic is question your goals. Well, you've watching my videos and get into my website, ahappierman.com, you'll see there's quite a bit about goals and plans and writing things down and making your lists and doing all that stuff. All of that's critical to the quality and the happiness and the abundance and the uplifting of your life. So today's topic about the questioning of the goals are, you want to be critically examining the goals you set for yourself. Because sometimes you may set some goals and you find out after you're working on them a while, well, they don't have any real value, or you think, you're working on some goal and after a while it becomes evident there's no way for you to do this, or you don't even want to, right? Because you figure, well, it's really kind of a stupid goal. That's kind of why you want to be questioning it and validating that it's something that is appropriate for you, right? That if you meet that goal within the time you have more or less set, that it will make your life better. Sometimes you might set a bunch of goals, and by doing them, it's going to make your life worse, right? You might set a bunch of goals, and some of the goals are in conflict with other goals. You might, or if you meet that particular goal, it will invalidate a different goal, right? You might, for example, in the fitness field, you might want to lift a certain amount of weight on certain exercises. That's one goal. But then the other goal is you want your weight to decrease by a certain amount. Well, you'll find that when you're decreasing your weight, meaning you're having to eat less, you're going to lose some of your strength, and that's going to invalidate the goal of getting stronger. So those two goals are in conflict. You may have a goal of you want to do really well at work and start a part-time business. Well, those two are totally in conflict with one another, because you need your mental energy for both, and you need plenty of time for both. See, they're in conflict. What you want to try to do is keep questioning your goals to find goals that are complementary to one another, and that once you can work on probably two is the best, two complementary goals that don't invalidate one another and that kind of work well together. I like to try to have one goal that's more effort and time, that takes time and effort to do, and then have another goal that's probably much less effort and much less time, but probably takes more money, or calling on someone else to help you with it, right? Because you don't want to have 2 or 3 major goals that take lots and lots of time, right? Because they invalidate one another. There's only so much time in a day, in a week, in a month, in a year. So the goals, what are you going to do? Sleep less? Well, sleeping less will invalidate your goal of a healthy life. So you don't want to do that. So what you would want are these two complementary goals, one that takes time and effort and energy, and the other that probably just takes money or calling on other help, and less energy and time involved. And then once you get those goals done, then you can rest and heal and recharge, of course, before you set the next complementary goals. But give that idea some thought. You want to be examining the goals. You don't want to just keep chugging after some goal, and after a while you figure, this goal isn't going to do anything for me, So you want to be able to abandon it. You want to be saying, "Yep, that was a mistake. I'm done with that goal. I'm gonna take some time to figure out what the next goal is, or I know what the next goal is. I'm set it and work on it." Right. So right now I've got a couple of kind of complementary goals, and I guess they can they'll work together. I've spent quite a bit of time. Again, I went to the coffee shop on Saturday afternoon and spent many hours drinking coffee and working on these goals and doing some planning. And that's kind of what I'm suggesting to you to do, is to spend plenty of time on this. Focus on it. Don't get distracted with everything else, and enjoy it. Enjoy sitting there quietly with the paper and the pen and formulating your plans. It's never a waste of time to spend thinking about your life and making some plans and examining your goals critically. You'll save more time by doing that, because things will just kind of click into place and you'll be able to do things more easily. You know, it's kind of like when you're leaving the house, you want to take all the stuff that you're going to need for that day. You don't want to leave the house, walk out 10 minutes later, think, "Oh, I forgot something, now I got to go back." No, that's a total waste of time. You don't want to do all that forgetting. You want to do a lot of remembering, and the way you remember is a lot of times writing it down and doing some planning and some thinking and some note-taking with a pen and a paper, or whatever method works for you. Paper and pen it's still better than the computer. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's at its basic, that's strategic thinking at its essence, because it's just strategizing your life. And some of you might be involved with making big high-level strategies in your career and in your business and your life with other people. And, I do that too at my work. We strategize, but I just break it down and do it. I want the strategy. I want the most important thing to me is my life and how well it's doing. So I strategize and work on it and focus on it and take whatever time is necessary to keep tweaking and analyzing the goals and making sure that they're right for me. You can't be afraid to abandon an unworthy goal and put a worthy goal in its place, and you might need to do this a number of times, right? And you might need time to formulate your plans. Just because you spend 5 hours at the coffee shop on a Saturday afternoon, that doesn't mean you're going to have all the answers. That could be just scratching the surface. That's why you got to keep doing it and doing it and doing it, because sometimes you're barely getting into the things that you need to do to up level your life. You're barely. And you'll find that this kind of deep thinking about your life will get more and more satisfying as you do it. At first, it'll seem, "Wow, Matt, what a waste. I'm missing the game. I'm missing my favorite show. I wanted to see a movie. I got all these errands to run. I got to get to the store. I got to do this. I got to do that. I forgot to call so-and-so." Well, put that all aside and focus on you, and your life gets better because your life goes up. You don't always have to worry about all of that. You can focus on you, question your goals, make sure that what you're doing is right for you, and then start in the actions that will help you make those goals. So I hope that helps. I know it will. All for now.